Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another Rebelscum.com video. Today we are reviewing the Black Series comic pack release of Darth Vader. And now this isn't just any Darth Vader. This is Darth Vader from the third Star Wars Infinities stories. This story specifically takes place over, you guessed it, Return of the Jedi. And I don't know if you remember, but about like a year and a half ago, we did some Infinities talk and coverage on Rebelscum.com where we talked about those three comic series, which are very cool. If you haven't seen those, go check those videos out. They were very informative and very, very cool. It is an awesome story. Long story short, in the Return of the Jedi version of Star Wars Infinities, the key difference to that story is instead of Luke going up to the Death Star 2 by himself to face both Vader and the Emperor, he goes up with Leia as well. So the two of them are able to help bring Vader back to the light. And rather than that Emperor dying, he just escapes and, well, Vader joins the rebellion at the end. Really, really wish we got a continuation to that. I really would have loved to have seen just the rebellion have to begrudgingly work with one of their most hated enemies and also one of their most dangerous allies at that point, because Vader probably would still have no love for a good portion of the rebellion, even though he's left the Emperor. I would love to see Lucasfilm pick this back up as a what-if scenario and just kind of continue this story in a Marvel comic at some point in the future. Will it be canon? No. But would it be cool? Absolutely yes. In fact, that could be the next Darth Vader story, because that Darth Vader comic is wrapping up very, very soon for that in-between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And of course, we all know there's no after story for Vader for Return of the Jedi. And I'm sorry if that's a spoiler for you, but you've had 40 years to watch it at this point. So there you go. Anyway, you got some awesome comic book cover artwork from Infinities there on the front. Some panel art from the comic on the side edges of the box. Some artwork on the back with some words and things. That inner panel artwork of Vader in the suit. So there you go. There he is walking through the door in his new all-white suit. And then, of course, there is the all-white Vader. This is a figure I have been looking forward to in Black Series for quite some time. The Infinities comic pack in 3 3/4 scale is one of my all-time favorite comic packs and one of my all-time Vader action figures. I'm a big Vader fan, and I'm so happy that Hasbro was able to recreate this for us. Is it a repaint? Yes. Was it a necessary repaint? Absolutely. If you're a Vader fan, this is an awesome, awesome story, and this is an awesome take on Vader from a really cool what-if scenario that, again, I really, really hope that they continue eventually one of these days. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. All right, guys, and here is Vader the White, fresh out of the box, and he looks incredible. Again, yes, I know it's just a repaint, but at the same time, this is a repaint I've been excited for so very long, and when they finally announced this, I couldn't help but be ecstatic. Hasbro starting to do the comic packs for Black Series was such an amazing idea. I hope they don't stop doing these anytime soon, because these figures have been truly incredible. It's given us the opportunity to get so many awesome characters that we never previously had in 6-inch scale, and in some cases at any other point in time, like Jackson Rabbit, for example. That the Black Series Jackson Rabbit figure is the only official Jackson Rabbit figure, period, for Star Wars. So the comic packs have been very, very awesome, and I just can't wait to see what they do next. So anyway, here is Vader, fully articulated, head is on a ball joint, fully articulated shoulders, cloth goods cape, and cloth goods robe. Single jointed elbows, wrist joints, waist, hips, upper thigh, double jointed knees, and ankle joints. He does, of course, come with his signature lightsaber. He can hold it in his hands. Or you can take the blade out, and you've got the little hook right there. There's the loop right there, and you can hook it on his belt. And there is Vader with his lightsaber hilt on his belt. For comparison, here he is next to the classic look of Vader. So you can see them side by side. So you got normal Imperial Sith Lord Vader and redeemed. Back on the side of the light, fighting with his son and daughter to stop the Emperor Vader. And I kind of wonder, do you think he still goes by Vader? I mean, of course, you know, a lot of the rebels would still be calling him Vader at this point, especially out of spite, even if he preferred being called Anakin once again. And I also would like to know if maybe he had altered his voice modulator to just project his own normal voice. That way, when people hear him speak, they hear Anakin and not Darth Vader. Or if he just stuck with the same voice modulator. Because the suit, aside from just going through a total color change, had to be modified in some other way. At least you would think it would. But again, we're just sitting here on speculation just because this story hasn't really been explored any further than the end of the pages that we saw in Infinities back when that book came out, which was a while ago. So, fingers crossed one day Marvel, Lucasfilm readdresses that story, maybe continues it. Who knows? I would like to read or see more of that. What about you? Personally, I think it would have been cool if he came with a blue lightsaber blade just to further show the redeemed look of this Darth Vader. But at the same time, I get why it's still red. Now, it's not as dark of a red as some of the more recent Vaders, so maybe Hasbro was trying to display some of that change of him, you know, of both him and his kyber crystal healing a bit. Who knows? I like to think so, but that's just me. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this review featuring the Black Series Comic Pack Infinities Darth Vader, or Darth Vader the White, where he fought the Balrog in the pits of the, as he fell down the shaft of the Death Star, and then re-emerged as, you know, washed clean, redeemed, and so on and so forth. Of course, none of that actually happened in the comic, but hey, that would have been cool if it did, right? Stay tuned for more Rebelscum.com content. Make sure you check the website every single day. And don't forget to mark this guy in your collectorsoracle.com collection profile. I certainly have. I've got mine marked and cataloged as loose complete in my collection. So make sure you sign up for collectorsoracle.com today so you can start managing your collection like a pro. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.